everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Fastlane Garage. Last week we were working on the front end of the car, took off the front bumper, headlights, and the hood. That's pretty much it. Today we're going to be working on the rear end. We'll take off the trunk, take off the rear bumper, the tail lights, maybe some stuff on the inside. I want to take out the rear glass, but never done that before. Don't want to mess it up, so I'm probably going to wait till we get a professional to come help us do that, and then we'll probably take some stuff out the interior as well, out of the trunk area. The rear trunk lid, which I said in the last video, will probably make its own video about repairing that. It's got a fold in the middle of it, but my car doesn't have one. At least this car has one. I can fix it. Anyways, with all that said, let's go ahead. We'll get to work and start taking it apart. See, this is what I mean. That's the trunk lid, or the deck lid, and let's see. This is what I mean by it's broken. It's pinched in the middle when you lift it up. Let's see if I can. It's not supposed to do that. So we'll go ahead and figure out how to hold this up. And then once we figure that out, yes, let's figure out how to hold the trunk up. And once we figure that out, then we can get to work. You can really see all the filth and grime just from sitting that builds up over time. This is after I've already cleaned it twice, so you know there's obviously stuff that takes a little more attention to detail to get it out, but and the guy let this sit with the window open for a couple years, I'm assuming, because there was just dirt piled up in the floorboards. I mean, just caked in. The seats, you know, they grew a whole bunch of mold, so not the best condition, but it's still, the parts are all there, so it could be worse. Okay, now that I've got you guys set up, like I was saying, we're going to take out some of the interior panels up here, down here. This one's already out. It was kind of just laying in here in the trunk. I just pulled it out to get it out of the way. We already took out the deck lid. I showed you guys about that. I think the easiest thing to do after that would be to take the taillights out, and then after that we can work on the rear bumper. Shouldn't be too hard, just a few bolts here and there, and we'll be on our way. But yeah.
I know exactly where the hate is. I know exactly where the fake is. Ain't on my street. Right on this beat. Let me talk to him. Let me talk to you just for a second. People gon' shoot, they don't really need a weapon. Priest gon' preach, he ain't never need a reverend. Life so fast and it ends in a second. But I done made peace with my L's, that's a lesson. Hands had shoes, they would swear I had a weapon. 21 years and it's still a recession. Mama need a house, no room in the section. Bro gotta grind, no room for depression. Black boys work from 7 to 11. 12 lay low, so your skin is a felon. Drugs look good when the merch ain't selling. We just see a bag, it's the skin that they checking. I reckon they wanna see me stay in the pressure. Hotel lobby, they ain't wanna see me checking. Step it, they hate to see a young one flexing like. I know exactly where the hate is. You know exactly what it's like, kid.
Alright, now that we've got all the interior panels out, as I was saying, now that we've got all the interior panels out, basically all I did was I took out, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 bolts on each taillight, and once I got all those out, and obviously the bulbs out, I was able to just slide it right out. It's super simple, nothing complicated, just time consuming with all the bolts. Once it's out, this is the final product. I guess just a regular taillight. As you can see, all this stuff is super filthy. It's been sitting for a few years. I'm not sure exactly how long, but we'll be sure to clean it all up once we're done with everything. So now that we've got that one out, we'll go ahead and take this one out. All the bolts are mostly undone on it already. I just got, I think, one more bolt at the top, and it should slide out. A nut in the bag, and then it's easy to do. It's hard to do it without breaking anything since it's so old. But there we go. Let's just unhook the wiring harness from it. There we go, and another taillight. Gross. These taillights have some, I don't know if you call this, I don't know if you call this rubber or it's like foam, but I'm sure it's used to seal it from the elements. That one came off all in one piece, but it's really common for these kinds of things to just deteriorate over time. They get brittle. It's not as malleable. Like, it just falls apart. So I'll see what I can do about finding some type of replacement. Maybe we'll cut some out of some foam ourselves, but we'll figure it out. Now that those are off, let's go ahead and take out the license plate cover. We might as well, since we're here. Or I guess it's the license plate mount. This thing.
You know exactly what it's like, kid. Ain't on my street. Right on this beat. Let me talk to you. Put your hands in the so your child can have a sweater. Posse change, gon' cash it for that cheddar. It comes to mind if I can get my bread up. The streets are mine, on God, if they were let up. Suppose I got my shine, I haven't fed up. And only see me cry because my head above. This is my life, and boy, they can't live that. They told you land the plan, you can't reach that. But I'm a soldier, man, so I'ma beat that. It's got a limit and my squad can reach that. If it's a drug, well, my team can breach that. If it's the truth on my mic, I preach that. Retweet that, reach back, tell them keep that.
Now that all the taillights are out, we'll start working on taking the bolts out for the nuts and bolts for the rear bumper. We'll get that down. This is the only part so far that I've never done before. I've tried it once before. I got a body kit for the car a long time ago and I wanted to put it on, but I didn't know how to take the bumper off and it wasn't super obvious, and at the time I didn't have as much really just as much determination. So we'll figure it out. I'm not sure if we're going to use this back bumper, but it's better to have it. Now there's a little hole in it. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So I figured we take it off. We're already taking everything else off. We're already here, and then we'll set it to the side to see if we need to use it later.
Retweet that, reach back, tell them keep back. I'ma show where the peace at, where the peace at. Put your hands up. Have you ever heard something so clever, but well put together?
That's nice. Just snapped it right off. That's
It's all
fine.
about you.
I just gotta get it out.
They don't know you for who you are. So you got to. So you got to.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these, but they're super cool. It's really for like getting into tight spaces, somewhere where, like over here, where I have to get a screw out from behind the tire. It can bend, and when it's bent, it still rotates. So let's see if we can get it out.
So you got to. So you got to. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and there's nothing left, I hold my sunset tuned and my sun is set. On my daughter all good, she ain't got a fret. On my brothers in the streets that we swore to protect. Every sister on game ain't settled for less. Tell them knowledge is power, they just want you to check. Stay true to yourself and never neglect it's out. I know exactly where the hate is. I know exactly where the fake is. Ain't on my street. Right on this beat. I know exactly where the hate is. I know exactly where the fake is. Ain't on my street. Right on this beat. Let me talk to him.
Okay, so there are these. There's a screw here and 2 bolts here, another 2 bolts about here, and another screw right here. I did this on the other side before I came over here. That's why I'm out of breath. There's 2 body clips, well really 1 body clip with 2 mounts to the body right about here, and I just spent probably 15 minutes trying to get that off the other side, and then found out that I didn't need to do that. The bumper just slides on and off of it, so at least I know that for this side. Positive outlooks, right? But we'll go ahead and take these off. You know, every time I take something off of this car, another body panel, it's just, there's so many cobwebs, so many spider webs. I'm nervous about what I might find in here. Something might jump out and bite me or something, I don't know. I don't mind spiders too much. You know, they can do their own thing. I'll do my own thing. As long as I don't have to see them, we're good. You can live in my house But as soon as I see you, you're gone. Because, you know, they keep out the bad bugs, and I get that. But I still don't want to see them. This side's not as bad as the other side. There were cobwebs everywhere on the other side. Oh man, I hate it when that happens. Oh, there it is. What's funny is that wasn't even, usually that happens when a bolt is stuck and you put a lot of torque on it. It gets pinched inside the socket. But that one wasn't even hard to undo. Pretty easy. I guess it's just the rust buildup on it. That one was more rusted than the other one was. It came out easier. I don't know. Science. Hopefully this screw doesn't give us a lot of problems like the other side did. It's one of those plastic clips with a plastic screw on the inside. So the threads just get mucked up whenever you try and take it off. And so, because of that, I'm gonna do this side like I did the other side. Just gonna break it off. Where'd my flathead go? I don't want to break my knife. There it is. Plastic clips are easy to find. You can get a whole pack of them. You can get a whole pack of them at AutoZone for fairly cheap. You just use the knife to pry up an edge. Like that. This is my good knife too. And then, there we go. If I had more room, I'd just use a lift, take the tire off, and then I could get a better angle on that screw. I probably wouldn't have to do this, but there we go. There's that. And then the screw, where is it? It's not lay on the knife. There we go. That should be everything I have to take off for the bumper. Well, let's check under. Nope, there's a lot more screws under there too. Let's go ahead and take those off. I'll set you guys up over here. And then I'll come back to you when we're ready to pull it off. Alright, so now I'm just gonna take a few more screws underneath here, right on the other side of here, and it should just slide off after that. Once I'm done with those, and I'm ready to take it off, I'll come back to you guys.
Right on his face. talk to 'em.
Oh, fuck. Alright, now that that's all out of the way, the whole bumper should just slide right off. Let's see how it goes. Well, let's set this over here. That's just about everything I was gonna do for this video. We've got taillights, we've got the rear bumper, we've got, really that's it. Some of the interior pieces, we pulled those out. And now I've just got a mess to clean up. So I'll get on that, then I'll edit this video, upload it. Should be up by, I'm gonna try and post every Friday, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, thanks for joining me. See you guys next time.